And with that, we're actually live because I actually turned the mics off mute.
So I probably just sat there and you didn't hear it.
Maybe the end of it.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the Game One Players Out podcast. Live here on Twitch, be in your ear holes on the delay and the podcasts, or on the YouTubes later on. I am Lord Teammaker, aka Will McKellar. That is a host. Thank you very much from Michael Patterson. This gentleman up here, right? This gentleman up there, is James Atkinson.
Good morning, everybody.
And the voice that you'll hear very shortly is our guest today. It is the Crafty Rebel herself, streamer,
hello,
content creator extraordinaire. Oh, how you doing?
Oh.
Chipotle's all-new queso blanco.
One moment, guys. Sorry, someone's yelling.
Sounds about right. That's about par for the course on the way these things go.
Yep. Utter shambles that we bring to you each and every week through rain, shine, or catastrophe. We are here to help you out. So, how are you doing, James?
I'm doing all right. I have locked myself in this room, and I don't plan on leaving for the foreseeable future.
Same. I'm kind of locked in the house. There's some things I have to do that I tried cancelling, and they just went, no. You've got to do it. And I was like, oh. Second time, and they just went, no, you can do that all you want. We're still doing it. So, apart from one thing, I'm in this house for a while now. As we'll fight to get rid of this horrible virus that's going around. So,
let's talk about video games.
Yes, let's distract things. Let's do things a little bit nicer. This week we got a bit of a content dump. We'll have what we've been playing. We will have a Crafty when she's back and available after having to do other stuff. And shout outs, and also 5 weeks' time, it's episode 200. Yeah, it's episode 200 of Sunday Service coming soon. But more of that later on. So let us
hang on. Let me check. I gotta check something here real quick because you said that's episode 200 of the Sunday Service.
Yeah, April 19th.
We'll be having episode 200 of the podcast this year too.
Wow, nice, awesome sauce. So, are we ready? Because I feel like we've got to head to there. And this one doesn't feel big, but it could still cause some time here. So let us all run off and get some content dumping happening. So we have two bits today for myself. Now, earlier in the week, Mark Cerny was there at the fake audience members standing by plinth, prattling on about all the bits and pieces of the PlayStation 5. And one of the big things that were coming out of this was they said for launch, they were testing the top 100 PS4 games to make sure everything was hunky-dory so they could play it on the PS5 straight from launch. Now, people were like, but that's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Because we've got all these PS4 games and we want to play it on the PS5. So PlayStation came out and clarified that. And they said, don't worry. They're looking at over 4,000 titles to be played on the PS5 when it comes out later in the year with a mega fast SSD. They were also talking about the hard drive space and the expansion on it. Did you see any of this, James?
No, it's console news.
Well,
I've done my normal amount of research before we have the show.
Yeah, so about 3 seconds. Oh, we got stuff. Oh, cool. Let's talk about it.
Just
So,
okay.
What they're recommending is if you got PS4 games you want to play on your PS4, have an external hard drive for it. They're saying for the PS5 stuff, the SSDs. Now, there is one in there which is going to be about 485 gig. That's going to be part of the, it looks like part of the motherboard in there, so you can't swap that out. However, there is an expansion port in there, and it sort of fits in like an SSD drive in a PC, from what it looks like. It's going to be an MM2 or an M2, but it's going to be a certain specifications for it. It has to run at a certain speed, otherwise it won't work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I think it's like a minimum of 5.5 gigabytes a second to run this, which sounds beefy. Let me assure you on that one. So they're going to be expensive, folks. So if you want to do a expansion drive on it, get saving those dollars, which, silly me, I haven't been, because I just treat myself to stuff on Amazon. But you know what? Isolation. We need to treat ourselves a little bit. We need to get ourselves a bit happier. So what do you make of this, James? Are you excited for this?
I'm intrigued. I may be picking up a net console next generation. I'm kind of on the fence now. Mainly because I look at this and backwards compatibility, great, it's smart. I can probably already list a few of the games. Horizon Zero Dawn, probably the Uncharted series. You're probably looking at the Final Fantasy VII remake is going to be on there. Just to name a couple. But it almost seems like Sony's doing this in lieu of any launch titles. Because we haven't heard any games that will be out on the PS5 and using these hardware and saying, hey, this is going to be that new game. This is going to be that Halo. Yeah,
wasn't there the certainly no exclusives yet. Wasn't there that cross one from Square Enix that's going to be launched on PS5 and Xbox Series X?
What name? What's the name of the game?
I can't remember the name of it. I know it's by Square Enix.
The fact that you have to look it up means that it's not that hyped.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. We don't know what I mean, and it's the same with Xbox, right? We don't really have like a marquee launch title.
Well, there's a new Halo that is coming.
Okay, they have a new Halo. Good.
Yeah.
That's more than Sony has. Is Sony gonna be like, hey, Final Fantasy VII remake? And be great. I can play it on my PlayStation 4 now. And to me, 4K graphics, but it seems like we haven't gotten any exclusive. I mean, obviously, I don't know. Well, they weren't even going to be at E3 anyway, so it doesn't matter if they were going to have an announcement about that yet or anything.
Yeah.
I think Sony missed the boat with this press conference. I mean, if I wanted, somebody just to rattle off tech specs to me, I'll just say, to save yourself the video, just email it to me. I'm smart enough that I can understand at least a tech sheet.
Yeah.
You should have used that moment to at least end or hint or show something more and be like, oh, it's backwards compatible for the top 100 PlayStation 4 games. That's fucking really brilliant, but guess what? Where's the beef? Where's the content? You're not giving us any. You're saying, let's be lazy and give them all the old games, because then we don't have to worry about telling them about the new games, because we don't have any.
I mean, to play devil's advocate for them,
yeah.
This originally was supposed to be the talking bit at GDC.
Right.
So there wasn't going to be any sort of game-focused part on this anyway. But, like yourself, I would have liked to have heard something come out from them as a little sort of, oh, by the way, while we're here. Blop,
yeah, I was going to say, how long ago was GDC supposed to be?
It's totally really a week. It was supposed to be this sort of week.
Are you saying that you couldn't have just dropped a 10-second clip from a trailer of a game that you were planning on?
Yeah,
just tease, just wet the whistle a little bit. No?
Some of the stuff they used was Dead Space.
How long has Dead Space been out for?
Jesus Christ, that's
How long has a good Dead Space been out for?
Jesus Christ. I mean, you're looking, what, 15, 16 years? No, actually, no, because we're talking PS3, so that was 2007. So you're looking at probably a good 8 to 10.
Listen, I'm all for remakes, revamps, backwards compatibilities. I'm all for it. I love what they're doing for Final Fantasy. I'm not a Resident Evil fan, but I can appreciate what they're doing with the Resident Evil series, and those games look amazing. But give me something. Sony, just give me something. If you're gonna do a tech demo, you've had a week. You streamed it. You created a video. I took Doom's intro and made it our opening sequence today, and it took me all of 10 minutes. Are you saying you shouldn't have just like told the guy, oh, by the way, just crossfade this in, crossfade this new thing in, show 10 seconds of this, and then crossfade it out? You have video editing guys who can do that. You could have shown anything. Just even show us an updated trailer for The Last of Us 2. Do that. Get that hyped up. Be like, hey, look. By the way, here's what The Last of Us 2 looks like on PS5. That would have been okay.
I mean, we still haven't unveiled what the console looks like. We've seen.
It's going to be a black box.
Yeah, but they might not. They might go white.
Why?
Just to fuck you over.
It doesn't look good. Aesthetically, not pleasing. Black goes with a lot of furniture a lot better than white does.
Yeah, especially with the wood finish.
Yes.
I mean, we've even seen the Xbox Series X, and that thing looks fucking tiny.
And they have like little like USB, not USB, solid state drive things that are like what, that big? And they're proprietary.
Yeah, the expansion. Yeah.
Smart. Stonks.
I mean, 1 terabyte though. You're looking at that going. That's not going to hold many games. Maybe about 10 tops.
Here, let me install my Halo game. Click.
Click. Oh, done.
Oh, DLC. Let me get my other one in.
You never know. This might be what it is for the new games. For all the games now are on these 1 bits. You just put them in, and that's your solid state.
Like Game Boy Advance cartridges. Are we just
going to say is that? Yeah, is that essentially just going back to cartridge games? It's just all loaded on there.
Yeah, see,
Michael.
I mean, it would like completely just obliterate all the need for endless downloads, wouldn't it? You just plug it straight in, and all you need to do is update the game. I'm waiting like 6 years for like 2,000 gigabytes to download on your console.
Still waiting on.
Yeah, what letter are you on yet?
I was on U. Which is not being disgusting. It's the letter. Thank you.
The royal U.
The royal we. The royal, yes. I can give an accurate update. Hang on, I can do an accurate update while you were going to say something to Michael.
I was going to say I put it in chat. It's just, does that white PS4 really tie the room together? Or in the morning, first thing, when you get out of your bedroom to go and get yourself that cup of coffee, as you're looking through the crack of light that shines through your living room, hits that white PS4, and all of a sudden you're blinded of that shiny whiteness in your eyes first thing in the morning. It's a hazard. Don't get that with black. Especially matte black.
I mean, my personal preference for colour in that respect is white shows the dirt a lot more.
True.
Like, it will show the layers of dust that have collected, because electrical items always seem to just carry a lot of dirt naturally. Like, it just all seems to collect.
Yeah.
Like, looking at my laptop now, I'm glad that that's black and sort of silver finish, because if I could see the dust on it, I would be horrified.
It's easy to hide too. Like, I have my PlayStation like down here in a corner, and nobody knows that it's there. It just looks like a black book because I have it vertical.
So, well, we do now.
Theft protection. That's what it is.
Well, I can give you an update, Robin. I can give everyone an update. I am on the letter U. I've got 2 more games on the letter U to do. And then I've got Eternal to put in once they're all done. So I've got about, 30 games left to do? So 31 games left to do. That was from last Sunday. So
Not many
games. Not really. Well, you're considering the amount overall I have for the PlayStation is 527.
Wow.
Yeah. So this time spent on the backlog is going to be very handy.
Yeah.
So Sony, yeah, we need more stuff from you, Sony.
More content.
Yeah, we're not being fooled yet. Being fooled to spend our money on you.
I mean, if you're going to make your games available on PC, why do I even bother?
Ooh.
Oh, look at all these tech specs. Great. That was good for a computer like 3 years ago. Good job, Sony. My machine's stronger now. Just release it for PC. I'll buy it on Steam. I'll buy it directly from you. Create the Sony store, where you just have all your exclusives on the Sony store. People will buy it.
It's how much did it cost you to fix your PC up to this strength then? Oh, about $3,000. And how long will it last you? About 4 months before I need to upgrade it again.
No, 3,000. Mine is $2,000, but that's $2,000 spread out over 10 years.
Right.
So, I think it's about as cost prohibitive as a console.
Well, yeah, you got to think about the money that you spend on it.
Well, think about it, 2 console generations have come out since then.
Yeah.
So we'll say MSRP 500 for each console at launch. If you're getting the best version.
Yeah, I'd say roughly around about that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's half of the cost of my PC. Right.
Right.
Let's talk about other peripheral things. Console is used as a console video game streaming system. I can also get work done on my computer. You know, like video editing. I can supplement my income by doing a podcast and streaming on my PC. Granted, it can do the same with a console, but it's easier because you can also edit, add higher quality videos, and do all the other stuff. Where you need, I don't know, other tertiary devices to do that with console.
Yeah, like a capture card, ideally.
Yep.
So you can get the lovely graphics that you see above us and around us.
Oh yeah. Oh, Will, but what is that capture card plugged into?
A PC. Or a tracker's case. I don't know. Yeah, something.
A hamster running around in a gerbil wheel.
With rune stones to power it up and just as a keyboard.
So, Sony, where's the beef? That's just my question.
We've given a little slice of bread. Now we just want the beef.
Yeah, I want more. I'm happy you gave us tech stuff, but come on.
Yeah, we know it's going to be fast. We know it's going to be powerful.
If you told us it was going to be the same power as a PlayStation 4, what's the point? We know it's going to be better and faster. It has to be.
I mean, that's surely that's just like the go-to for any kind of modern technology. Oh, we're going to make it faster. We're going to make it better. But could you give us more information?
So please give us some more information. We want some.
Yes, like being better, upgraded it to make it better. Surely that's just a given.
So the 5% of your user base that are just like tech dudes and girls and people that are just happy with the fact they're like, oh cool, it's got all these specs, I'm in. So the people who read CNET on a daily basis,
yeah,
those
pretty much
those people are happy with it, right? That's good. Great.
I'll be honest, when I was watching it, I was falling asleep. I mean, his voice is sultry anyway, so you're just like, okay, hit me with it, Mark. But
they should have just like had Hideo Kojima walk out on stage and go hi, and just ended it there. And then people are like, why is Hideo there? What does that mean?
Wow, that's the interesting other bit we could link into this. Sony are looking to acquire the rights to Castlevania, Metal Gear Solid, and Silent Hills.
All good acquisitions.
That would be an amazing acquisition for Sony for that if they go through.
Because
they've seen that Konami's not doing fuck all with them probably.
Here's the thing I see with this. Ready? Here's my deep cut with this story. I don't want to see another Hideo Kojima Metal Gear Solid. I want to see a Guerrilla Games or a Naughty Dog Metal Gear Solid.
Naughty Dog had Metal Gear.
Hey, Hideo Kojima, like an executive producer, like involved but not involved.
Yeah.
Because he's been trying not to make Metal Gear Solid since Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah, it's like, this is my last one. Do you want some more money to make another one?
It's either that or Sony wrote a deal with him where it's much like Vin Diesel with the Fast and Furious. It's like, listen, Vin, we'll help you make another Riddick movie, but you need to do like 3 other Fast and Furious movies. So it's like, you gotta play. But at the same time, if he's not being constrained, like,
just how batshit crazy will Metal Gear Solid be this time?
Yeah. I mean, like that's the other thing I want to see is like, if they're just like, hey, if they do Death Stranding again with Hideo Kojima, they say like, listen, Hideo, you can make Silent Hill, but you have to make another Metal Gear game. I just wonder what he does with Metal Gear, because like it's just like, here's the deep end. You know, Death Stranding, love it or hate it, was interesting, very interesting what he did with that game. We can say that, right? Love it or hate it, like it or not, it was very interesting looking at in the psyche of what Hideo could do.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that with the wheels the training wheels are off with a Metal Gear game. I'm even more worried about like, imagine that with like the training wheels off with a Silent Hill game. It may be unplayable.
If PT was like that,
it may be so horrific you just can't play it.
See, I'm also expecting that if, and this is a potential hot take here, if they do acquire the rights, I think within a week we will see PT back on the store.
Might be. This also could be, and this might seem, but this may also be Hideo Kojima pulling some strings in the background too, saying like, we can do things with these titles. And they may say like, look at the, would we say Death Stranding was a commercial success?
It sold a lot. I think commercial success compared to critical success.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, think about a lot of movies that, are commercial successes versus critical successes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say like the third Iron Man movie was very good. It was not a critical success, but it was a commercial success.
Yeah, it certainly helped pave the way for the rest of the phases.
Yep. So
Yeah.
if they can go and say like, listen, we made this money off this game, may allow us to buy other titles, and I don't know with the way the world is right now how many people are going to be playing pachinko machines and going to pachinko parlors.
Stupid people who don't realize that, while they're healthy, they could be carriers.
And I don't know if I want to keep playing Dynasty Warriors when I could play Dynasty Warriors 4 and it's the same game as Dynasty Warriors, whatever number we're on now.
Yeah, like 27 or something. Like
exactly. We get it. Lu Bu is overpowered. Everybody likes Zhao Dun because he has an eye patch and a giant sword. Right? We get it. It's the same thing. How many times can we understand the Romance of the Three Kingdoms? And you want to know what? Total War did it better as an RTS.
Yes, Sammy. Hi, Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy. Like, good job. Like, I like everything that comes out of Creative Assembly in the Total War series. It's very good. Tell me which Lion Shield you did.
Yeah, we want to see it.
But I'm all for those acquisitions. I think Sony can do a lot with those IPs. If you look at their their studios that they have, Naughty Dog, Guerrilla Games, Kojima Productions is an independent studio, but very well tied to them. Yeah. Would I like to see Kojima Productions do Metal Gear? Yes. Would I like to see Kojima Productions do Silent Hill? Yes. Would I like to see Kojima Productions do a freaking Castlevania game? I mean, he's done. He's done those kind of action games before. Police Knots. He had the Zone of the Enders series, which was really awesome. He also did. I forget the one. It's like this. It had a cartridge that had a sun receiver on it for like a video game where like you had to go outside and like charge it up with the sun to play it. It was like a Game Boy Advanced game.
Yeah.
So, but then again, Naughty Dog doing a Castlevania game, or doing a Metal Gear game, Guerrilla Games.
I mean, this could be amazing.
It could be good. They have the right studios positioned in the right places to do this kind of stuff. I would be all for it. I think if Sony can work out a deal, they should. I think Konami they're really not doing much. Like, really, what are like Konami recent releases?
Metal Gear Survive, the Castlevania anniversary stuff, Contra anniversary stuff, and Arcade Classics, I believe.
Contra, Rogue Corps, Pez Soccer.
Yeah.
Contra anniversary.
When they changed Contra, one of the staples of Contra that everybody was saying about was you don't have to take your hand off the button to fire bullets. It's just fire and go. And what do you do with Contra, the new one? You have to stop your gun from overheating because you can't fire the bullets. I even said this to one of the reps, EGX Reds last year, when we tried the demo. I mean, Rob, who's never played one, he was fine with it. He was like, well, that feels good enough to me. I'm like, they're going, but it's Contra. It's just, no, it just doesn't work. But yeah, I still wear the merchandise because I am a sucker for free t-shirts.
I mean, who doesn't love a free t-shirt, to be fair?
Exactly.
I mean, that one, the Avengers one I got at EGX last year is probably about 100 sizes too big. I could fit my entire body in length into that thing, but it was free, so I was not going to pass that up.
See, we sucker anyone. You want a new Earth to go to? It's free of all, illnesses and all that. Just get people to go onto it, like free t-shirts, and they will.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, sign me up for anything as long as there's freebies at the other end.
Yeah. So they don't have any games pending to be released.
Well, unless it's Pachinko, then probably.
Yeah, like
Metal Gear Casinos.
Like nothing. Oh, they did the Suikoden series too. Those were good back on the PlayStation 2. Yeah.
See, and they've let those go as well.
Wait,
but speaking of something that hasn't been let go, considering all the troubles and tribulations in the world at the moment, Formula One. Yes, races have been cancelled and postponed. Yes, there was talk of them being done behind closed doors like WWE, but WWE just does not work with an empty arena. I'm sorry. Just shut down Vince and just let you guys rest up, ready for a big return. People want it more then. Formula One, however, is doing something differently. They are going to take the opportunity to go virtual. Now, there was a race last week where that was not the Australian Grand Prix, where it had like Lando Norris, Esteban Gutierrez, and a couple of other drivers in there.
Max Verstappen, I think, was in it too.
He wasn't in this one.
He was in the other one.
Yeah, he was in the one earlier in the day, but the one that Lando Norris was in with a load of esports and sim racers. He was in that one rather than the one earlier. But they're doing it again this weekend. Formula One are doing the Bahrain Grand Prix from 8 p.m. UK time, I believe, tomorrow. And it's going to have a shed ton of drivers in there featuring Verstappen, IndyCar stars, and also, again, esports virtual Grand Prix as well. So, yeah. I think they're turning a negative into a good positive for our Formula 1 with this. It's endorsed by F1 to try and give fans some entertainment. You know, we go, okay, we can't do it live in terms of real cars at the moment. We're going to move some of the specifications of the cars that you guys built to 2021. So you're not wasting a load of money. I think this is a nice little sort of, you know, a stopgap as such. So you can still get your Formula 1 fix, but it's only on 2019.
Reminds me of what Tottenham have been doing. They had Ryan Sessegnon play one of the West Ham players instead of the match that they were going to do this weekend. So they played each other on FIFA. And they streamed it live. And then Tottenham's Twitter followed it like a normal match. And so did their Reddit. They had like normal, like all the match stats, like all the rundowns of like the goals, the fouls and stuff. And they treated it like it was, that's what it was. So
it's a good stopgap. It still gives people a chance to watch. It still gives people a distraction because this is what people.
I've told a lot of people like this is the moment where I think you see streaming get shunted to the forefront because there is no other live sporting and stuff now, so people are going to go and try and find other places to watch stuff. Amazon's, Hulu's, Disney Plus's, Twitch, and a bunch of all those other places are going to be where they go for. By the way, I was going to do this in shoutouts, but I'm letting everybody know now. Football Manager is free until for the next 4 days.
Is that free to keep forever if you get it?
No, it's free to play, and then if you want to, you can buy it afterwards. But I think it's also on sale as part of it. So, if you've ever wanted to try it, people have been simulating the end of the football series, the football league. People have created a database. To give you an idea of how crazy these people are, people have created not only a database that's week to week about updating all of the points of every one of the major leagues and leagues underneath to the degree of 3 points difference. Simulating all the injuries, all the moves, all the transfers, that level, and also have created and added in an additional ailment where your players could get the coronavirus and spread it in your club if you don't send them home.
Wow.
That's,
I mean, gotta hand it to them. That is some serious dedication.
Yeah, I mean, well, Football Manager already has ridiculous simulation of stuff. Like if you have a flu, if you're a lower league club and you don't have a club doctor, and you don't send your player home, and they get the flu, other players will start getting the flu because they're all training together. I had half my starting 11 ones out because they all had the flu.
Wow.
So, just to give you an idea, you can get your sports fixes otherwhere. I can list you about 5 people who are probably, they're great streamers who stream these games and are way more entertaining than I can ever be. So, the fact that esports is probably going to come way more to the forefront, and also because it's something that these players and these drivers can do that doesn't risk other people.
Yeah. We can do it at their own home in their own setup. So I feel much more comfortable than even being on the stage in front of 25,000 people in an arena.
I think the only sport that I would think is okay enough to play as a professional sport right now that could be done behind closed doors, golf.
Yeah, and even that was cancelled.
Yeah, but it just, what are you doing? You're in a big long fairway away from everybody. You could stand 6 feet away from everybody else, carry your own bag, and you could play golf.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I mean, to be fair, yeah, you certainly wouldn't want to stand too close to people in any case with golf, because you know you're more likely to get hit with a golf club. So.
Exactly, like when you're on the green, like you stand away from the hole and away from the person so they could putt by themselves. They have new rules in place where you don't even need to take the pin out of the cup to putt, so you don't need to touch that. You don't. That's the only thing on the course that like you or your other people will be touching. But so if you're not interested in F1 driving and you want to, you should watch this. I'm not interested in esport driving. I've been watching it because it's something sport related.
And Jimmy Broadbent is a funny
Jimmy
thing.
Broadbent is very, very funny. I got into his minty percent speed runs. How fast can I drive across Europe in this lorry and deliver packages?
Yeah, pretty much anybody who doesn't know what these are, and Robin will be able to jump in on this one, is remember when for a charity stream I did one side of Europe to the other in the quickest time, Robin?
Oh, yes. I remember that fondly.
Right, well, Jimmy Broadbent done something a little differently. He took the speed limit off. He took the traffic laws off, so turn those off. And what he was doing was taking deliveries from one side of Europe to the other in the
Okay.
fastest time. But he had to complete a delivery. He couldn't just go straight. And he took sleep off, so all he had to do was refill his truck up for petrol.
Well.
And they were brilliant. They were just fun.
That sounds... It's definitely one way to do it. Does anyone want to do that for real, would you?
I mean, you could try it, but you probably wouldn't get very far.
Although, I mean, with self-isolation nowadays, you could probably floor it from one motorway to another and probably never even get in any traffic. So.
And then at the end of it, you could be like Jimmy Broadbent and go, easy game. But, yeah, that's so the only other bit of content that I could think of is talking to you, Robin, about what you've been up to since the last time on the show.
That's a good question. What have I been up to recently?
Snuck that one in.
I mean, crafting, obviously. Not so much crafting since the move, but I've actually had a lot more time to play games, which is nice. As you would be very much aware, Lord, mildly addicted to House Flipper recently.
Mildly addicted. You're going to pass James over the amount of time he's played on Football Manager over this rate.
No.
I mean, I haven't finished the game, which is more than I can say for Last Lisa. I think she must have finished it about 3 times already. I like to take my time making the houses really detailed and like knocking down walls and like doing it properly. Like, and what else have I been playing? Rocket League, pretty much. Like the only couple of games really that I've been playing recently. I was
Tricky
actually playing
Towers.
Rocket League, yeah, and Tricking Towers. Coincidentally, with this guy called La Teammaker. Don't know if you've heard of him.
Never heard of him. Sounds rubbish.
But yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell recently.
And obviously secret projects that you can't say about yet because you're still in discussions.
Yes, secret projects, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, and all that.
Which will tell you off the podcast, James. You'll like it. So.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just staring blankly at how many hours I've actually played a Football Manager.
It's got to be 500 plus.
Are we talking about this year's Football Manager or in total?
Let's go overall.
Oh, I have to get
both.
I'm gonna need a calculator here. Give me a second.
Oh wow, that many.
Overall, I would say about 4,000.
Oh, not that bad. That's like maybe my World of Warcraft play time, and that's over like 2 decades.
Wow.
Hold on a second here. Oh God, I don't have a. This is gonna turn into James's Football Manager intervention stream.
Well, while you're looking at it, I'll say about what games I've been playing.
That works.
because I've been playing the game of reinstall games on a hard drive simulator for the PS4. It's quite great, went from 6 terabyte to 8 terabyte, and it's still going, as we heard earlier on. I played some Tricky Towers with Robin. I played some Tricky Towers in Rocket League with Robin and J-Dub. And also last week with a guy called Pixel Pirate, who you've probably seen in the chat a few times. And his mate, who are far too bloody good for their own good on that one. Thank you.
Yeah. Way too good at that.
I finished Spec Ops The Line on Tuesday, which was awesome. Still, very, very difficult game in places. The difficulty spike is a bit harsh, but then you find the ending of the game and it hits you like a jackhammer. What's actually been happening, and you look at it and go, "Oh shit! Oh, he really is fucked up, isn't he?" So there was that. I also finished Disco Elysium, which is really good, which caused me to be late on the show last week. The only reason I remembered the show was because I just saw a little Steam message pop up with James going, "Hi Will, how's it going?" Looks at my watch. Oh shit!
Normally,
Whoops.
I'm the one that's late.
But that game is so good. I do like it. Yeah, it's very wordy. Yes, you'll get lost in some of the bits. It's talking about the sort of politics of the world that they've created, but just stick with it. It's really, really, really good. I'm going to be using that hashtag at some point, Dryonic, when I am actually late for stuff. And played some more of Assassin's Creed. Slowly but surely getting through that, chasing after a bunch of cults. Yes, I said cults. I've been playing some more snooker, which another win, so another final awaits. And then finally, I started a bit of Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which is really, really nice. I can't say much about Will of the Wisps at the moment because I've not too far, but it's a very beautiful looking game. The story just makes you at the start of it go, oh, it's so nice, It's again in this day and age. At the moment, it's a nice distraction. It's a welcome distraction because you're helping. At the start of it, you find out that one of the bosses that you faced in the first game had a little bird. So your surrogate parent takes it in, nurses it, and you find out it has a bad wing, so it can't fly properly. So the feather you got during that to do hang gliding into it, you give the bird. You help make it fly, and it's really nice. But then it takes a turn because otherwise that game would be short. And so off on the adventure we go, and that's all I've been playing. So James, what's the scores on the doors with Football Manager overall?
I posted it in chat. It is 1,625 hours. So 67 days since 2016. It's 2018. I apologize. It's worse off than it is. Currently, the current gen of Football Manager, I have 345 hours in. Last year, I played 393 hours. So I've almost caught up to what I played last year. But, and here's the but, I'm actually creating content with this year's Football Manager.
Yes, because you're putting it on the YouTubes.
Yes. Yes, there we are up to episode... I have recorded up to episode what? Edited episode 36. And I think we actually have somewhere along almost 40 episodes now.
Wow.
A Football Manager.
Because currently you're up to 26 on the YouTube channel, as you said.
So. I tend to play it, and then when I hit a spot that's a good episode, we go. There have been some great moments, some sad moments. We are pretty overpowered. I did give us a very good setup, but now we're getting into the meat of the series. We're in the actual football leagues, and all of the young prospects that I bought have actually developed into really good players, and they realize, hey, we can go play for like Premier League clubs now. And I go, no, you have a 5-year contract. And they go, no, I don't want to play for you anymore. And, well, to give you guys a little bit of a hint of what happened, our star center back that we had for years, the board sold without consulting me.
Wow.
And I said,
That's
no, don't sell him. And they went, too bad. And then I went, at least get more money for him. And they went, okay. And then they only gave me 60% of the profits. Fucking assholes. So I couldn't even buy a decent player because we bought him as like a nobody from the Belgium youth leagues, and he turned into a world beater. Now he's playing for Crystal Palace. So that's what happens in this game, is that the board are now because the wages have gone up, and now we have a bigger stadium and more stuff that we have to do with. So the board is looking to find, and our chairman is no longer throwing money at the club. He's just underwriting the club, which means we have to find other ways to generate revenue, which means we have to sell good players, which means it's going to be difficult for us to go up in the football leagues because we don't have a big reputation, because we're a small little streaming football club from Corby. It's tough to buy the Argentinian and Brazilian wonder kids.
You need to get rid of that chairman. That's what you need to do.
No, we have to basically turn into a turn and burn kind of a situation where we buy players low, we develop them to a decent amount where big clubs get interested, and we have to sell them on for a profit. Turn and burn while trying to get promoted. That's where we are in Football Manager now.
Shameful behavior from your chairman.
Yeah, he doesn't want to throw like $2 million a year into the club. Don't blame him, but it just sucks for me. I wish we had a board of directors, but it's just a chairman. So, Steve Noble is the guy's name. Me and Steve.
Having a constant fight for each other.
No, it is. Like, I'm sitting there going like, I walk into his office. Hey, Steve, can I have more transfer budget? No. I don't think I can do my job without that. You can resign. Fuck you, Steve.
Fuck you very much.
I'm going to go win the league after you sold my best player. And then the fans are like upset with me because they sold the player. I'm like, what the fuck, guys? Because it's like fan unhappiness with the transfer value. He was like, I didn't want him to leave. So the fans get upset with me, and then they start tweeting at you because they have an internal Twitter like, Atkinson out. And I'm like, I'm first place in the league. Not my fault that the board sold the player, and then they sold like, we're unhappy with the finances of the transfer. You sold him. I was not consulted. Don't blame my performance on your dumb decisions.
Sounds like a hostile takeover maybe in the works.
I mean, I'm not asking for a Russian oligarch, but nobody even knows anybody. I've got a team football club that they could buy.
For 5 rolls of toilet paper.
I mean, at the current exchange rates, yes.
That's how we've been playing, dude.
And Doom Eternal, which is now the series is going live as we speak on the YouTube. There are 3 episodes up already. I have 7 done. So I will be uploading them all today. Shunting them all up.
2 versions of Doom Eternal.
Yes. Mine is a no commentary, just straight playthrough of the game.
And mine will be the Sunday service. I talk shit and talk to you people and be very humbled by the fact that you guys seem to like me entertaining you by chucking money my way. So thank you very much.
That's what we do. So we're giving you multiple ways to play it. If you want to hear Lard, be Lard, enjoy it, watch it there. If you want just to enjoy Doom in its glory without any of my dumbass voice over the top of it. You'll be able to tell because mine in the title says no commentary.
Unless, of course, we get Robin to do a commentary over it. Just watches it go, wow, James is shooting someone.
Yeah.
I mean, if we get enough if we double your goal for your charity, I will go back with Chris and dub over at least 1 or 2 of the Doom episodes as golf announcers.
Also,
Yes.
check, you're only £6 away from the target.
You have to double the target though. Double it.
So 400 quid, £400 to go to Crohn's and Colitis UK, folks.
You get crappy commentary on Doom.
I've got one, just to go a step higher than that.
Mm-hmm.
If you triple it, can we have the commentary as Yorkshire Trader, please?
Oh, look at him shooting that demon there. Oh, no, that's going to hurt, isn't it? Oh. Okay. 800 quid then.
800 quid is Yorkshire Trader. 400 quid is golf. Either me and Chris are going to make the decision. We'll either do golf commentary or we'll do it as the 2 announcers from Dodgeball. It's a bold strategy there, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
So yeah, we'll overdub it. So, if that's pretty much it, we've got shout outs to do then, I think. Done.
Yes.
Unless you got something else you want to discuss with us.
Shout outs and plugs. I'm renaming the segment. We're not only going to just do shout outs, we're going to do shout outs and plugs. So that way, if you don't have a shout out, you can plug something.
Fair enough.
It's a game you've been playing, a book you've been reading, a video series you've been watching, or a video series you've been making, like Doom Eternal on YouTube at TGWPIS.
Robin, do you have any shout outs or plugs?
Well, I think it's only fair to shout out you guys. If one can do that on their own podcast.
Technically, you're doing it on our podcast, and you're our guest, so yeah. Yes, we'll allow it.
In that case, big shout out to you guys, and thank you for letting me join today. It's definitely been fun, although I admit, and I'm sure it wasn't at all obvious that I pretty much know nothing of Doom or PlayStation.
But you've had an idea of TGWPIS 10, which
yes,
we'll discuss after the podcast.
Yeah, definitely. I don't have too much to plug really. Yeah, so I think I'll leave it there.
I mean, I think you should go to, twitch.tv/CraftyRebel.
Yeah,
Someone is going through Game Dev Manager at the moment.
Yeah, that is true. On Wednesdays and Fridays, around about 5 p.m. at the moment, I am trying to get back into my streaming routine, and Game Dev Tycoon is my game of choice currently, which is it's been fun, and yeah, this week's didn't go too well, but I think we're on the up again. So fingers crossed.
And for myself, then, I will give a plug to the charity bit that is happening in 5 weeks, April 19th. Yeah, it's still happening. Yes, crap games are still going to be played. Hopefully the bot will be back in action by then, because that's around about the cut-off time they said it was going to be done by. So if you can donate, the link is in the chat now. As I say, we're only £6 away from hitting £200 first target. 6. I mean, that's almost the price of half a toilet roll by now. Also want to plug the Sunday services on twitch.tv/LardTeammaker. There will be some new stuff happening, like a rebrand almost after the Assassin's Creed saga is done and dusted. And of course, I want to say chat to thank you for joining us this afternoon. Which just leaves James.
Hi everybody. I'm James. I have been making the YouTube content recently, so if you ever want to take a look at that stuff, that would be awesome. I haven't been streaming much because I've been making YouTube content, which I guess is okay. I said I'd do 50 streams this year. I still can't. I still technically can.
You will be able to now.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I will be able to now get caught up. Also, and I think this is still happening, so I guess I can plug it today. Me and our D&D group are deciding, since it's coronavirus, that we're not going to be meeting in person for the foreseeable future. So instead, we're going to be doing our D&D sessions through Discord. And because I happen to have a platform where, I don't know, multiple people come on with video chat and talk and things, we're probably going to start streaming some Dungeons and Dragons live on TGWPIS for you guys. So, more stuff. And I'm counting those towards my stream, by the way, my 50. Those are part of my 50.
That works. That's fine.
So expect probably in the next couple weeks to see some D&D streams go live, because we have it as an audio podcast and on the YouTube, so why not add it onto Twitch at this point? And if people like it, or the group likes doing it that way, we'll keep it, because they're awesome people. That's it. I think we raid Dougie. Should we raid Dougie? We should raid Dougie.
Yeah, we should raid Dougie. I mean, there was an idea that Robin had, but they're not live yet.
We can raid Dougie, and then so they're not live yet?
No, they're live at 5 p.m. You said, Rob?
Weirdly, they seem to actually be live now, but I'm not sure if they quite got the UK time zone.
Well, then give me the name of where we're raiding, because I will send us there.
Okay, so it is Broken Arms Games. Let me type it in the chat, and then you can actually just copy and paste.
Thank you, because I can't spell.
There we go.
Okay, I could have spelled that, but I'm not.
I mean, to be fair, I tried to find them yesterday, and I typed in every single variation, and I couldn't find it. And then, yeah, they just appeared today. I was like, oh, okay.
Well,
you were just hiding.
This is where we're going. Everybody say hi. Everybody follows, loves, everything like that. It's been a great show. You've been you. We've been us. This has been fun. Stay safe. Wash your goddamn hands. All right? Wash your hands.
Sanitize, motherfuckers.
Keep watching.
And be nice. And if you need to, use washcloths. Okay? You can reusable. It's fine. They did that before toilet paper existed. Do it again. Public service announcement from TGWPIS. Have a good one, everybody. This is the button, right? That's the button there. Have a good one, everybody. Enjoy the raid. Bye-bye.